I'm Nisi with Nisi and Lisi, and today we're going to have a little chat about potty training. So potty training is definitely the top thing that new puppy owners want to talk about and learn about because it's usually a top priority that the puppy learns to go pee and poo outside instead of inside your house. My main philosophy on potty training is that it's really the human's responsibility to teach potty training, and it's not the puppy's responsibility to be perfect and not have accidents in the house. So I know that some people get really frustrated and angry about the puppy having accidents in the house, but I like to consider the accidents more human error than they are puppy error, and the puppy is never doing it on purpose. They're never doing it on purpose. Good to remember. So the speed at which you potty train can really vary depending on how fast your puppy develops, your breed of the puppy that you have. Some puppies I know have been potty trained from about 3 months. That's early. So I would expect that you're working on potty training until the puppy's about 5 months old and you really start to get consistently a puppy that asks to go outside around that time. So my first hot tip for potty training is to keep a routine. So that's a routine for feeding and that's a routine for going outside. So I don't free feed puppies. I definitely keep them on a feeding schedule. So I'll offer them meals 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, evening. And then I will take them out about an hour after they eat, see if they need to do some business. It's really important to stick to a schedule, and it makes it very easy to predict when your puppy is going to need to go out if you know when they ate. So it's also really great to keep a poo and pee log so that you can make a notation of when your puppy goes, even if it's an accident, and then you'll be prepared for the next day. You can kind of look back and see, when am I having the most accidents? When is my puppy going outside successfully, so that you're ready. If you stick to a routine like that, your puppy will be very, very predictable, and it's really helpful. So my second big tip is managing the puppy's freedom inside the house. This is really important. This is important both for potty training and for reducing chewing and destructive behaviors inside the house. So if you're not watching the puppy, they shouldn't be running loose around your house. So that means if you're distracted doing something else, A, and B, if you're not at home. So if you're home and you can have the puppy in a room with you, I usually baby gate that room off so that when you look away, the puppy's not taking off and doing something. And also puppy proof that space. You want to be able to catch your puppy when they're about to go pee and poo. This is really effective. So if you're in the room with them, you can start noticing cues like they're sniffing in a circle, or they start panting, or they start looking kind of frantic. Sometimes those will cue you that, okay, I need to take the puppy out right now because it's about to go. And you'll get used to that. So if you see your puppy squat to pee or start hunching like they're gonna poo, you can just grab them and whisk them outside. You can only do that if you can see your puppy. So if they're running around your house, that's not really gonna be helpful. I also crate puppies at night and when I leave them alone. So at night, I'll keep the puppy in my bedroom in a crate, or I'll keep a baby monitor near them so that I can hear if they whine and they need to go out. Puppies won't pee or poo inside a crate that's fitted to their size. You can always check at the pet store for the right size. So it really helps with your potty training at night, especially. You'll probably have to go out a couple times during the night, but at least you won't wake up to accidents all over the place. We really want to reduce the number of accidents because the less accidents you have in the house, the faster your potty training is going to go. I also crate when I leave a puppy alone. So this is important to do, but people overuse it a little bit. So I really want to make sure that you follow, this is a pretty simple guideline. For every month of age your puppy is, that's how many hours they can be left alone. So if your puppy is 2 months old, 2 hours only. 3 months old, 3 hours. Okay, you get the idea. So if you need to go out for longer than that, have a neighbor come in, let them out to pee, set up a plan so that they'll be able to go out. You can hire a dog walker to come and do that. I like crating, but I don't like over crating it can become abusive very quickly if they're in there for too long. So just keep that in mind with your crate training. My third tip is reward and punishment. So when your puppy goes outside and they're amazing and they do their pee and poo outside, I always give them a treat after. So don't interrupt them in the middle of doing their business. You want them to finish. So they finish and then you say, yay, give them a little treat or some little kibbles, and you can throw a little party. I don't like to get super duper duper excited, but you want to make sure that they know that you're pleased. And when you're inside, so like I said in the management time, if you catch your puppy about to pee or poo or in the middle of peeing and pooing, I always will just run up, grab the puppy, whisk them outside. So you want to interrupt when they're going in the house. You want to catch them and take them out. And try not to make it scary. So if you have a really sensitive puppy, don't yell, don't get angry, just kind of quietly go up, grab them and take them out. If you have a more resilient, really confident puppy, sometimes I'll clap my hands or I'll say, wait, and I'll go up and grab them and take them out. You don't want to scare the puppy. So that kind of leads into punishment. We don't punish the puppy for going pee and poo inside. That's the secret. So if you punish the puppy, especially while they're doing it, they're going to start hiding from you. So the puppy doesn't perceive it as I'm getting punished for peeing and pooing in the house. They perceive it as I'm getting punished for peeing and pooing in front of my owner. So they're going to start just running off and hiding somewhere. Or when you take them outside, they're not going to want to do it in front of you. So it's going to take you forever to get them to pee and poo outside on leash, or you're going to have to let them off and they'll run away and hide. So just don't punish the puppy. I know it can be frustrating. So just don't punish the puppy for going pee and poo inside. If you find a pee or poo after the fact and you know you didn't see it happen, which happens to everybody, there's nothing you can do about that other than clean it up and move on with your day. You can't explain to the puppy the pee you did 5 minutes ago is naughty. You can't. There's no way to tell a dog that. They won't understand you, and they'll be sad that you're yelling at them and not know why. So foregone pees and poos are just, I chalk that up to human error. So you can take that on yourself, just like our philosophy from the beginning. Oops, I didn't see the puppy go. Okay, I'm gonna clean it up. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my main tips. There's a couple of other things that I like to add. One is I hate pee pads. I don't recommend using them unless you have to leave your puppy for a really, really, really long time during the day and they need a place to go inside the house. That's the only reason I use pee pads. Otherwise, if you start using them in the house, it's very confusing for the dog and it adds an extra step and time to your potty training because you're telling the puppy, sure, you can go in the house on this little pad. And then later you're saying, no, I don't want you to go in the house at all. So the puppy will walk around your house looking for a little pad and they'll go on the bathroom mat or they'll go on the front door mat, or it'll just take forever for them to learn to go outside. So eliminate that whole process. Start going outside right from the beginning. No pee pads, please. Other things. If your puppy is peeing a lot, like going outside and doing a little pee, coming in and doing a little pee, always squatting to pee, every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, they could have a urinary tract infection or some other kind of medical problem, and I would definitely talk to your vet about that. So if you feel like it's abnormal, you feel like they're peeing too much, or they can't control it, they seem like they just can't control their pee, I would definitely talk to your vet about that for sure. Now, if you have an adult dog and you're working on potty training, you want to basically follow the same stuff. So you go back to basics, you start treating them like a puppy. Even if the chewing and the other puppy stuff isn't a problem, I would still manage the freedom. And if you have an adult boy dog who's marking in your house, running around lifting his leg and peeing on things, same thing, manage the freedom, lots of breaks outside. But I also would probably check out a belly band. So it's a little band you can put on that blocks them from being able to actually pee on things in your house, because it'll reduce the smell of pee. So the smell of pee can be attracting more pee. So if your puppy pees on a rug, they're more likely to pee in that spot again because it smells like pee. So that's why we want to reduce accidents and make sure that you're using a cleaner that is specifically made for pee so that it takes the smell away. So there's enzyme cleaners for that. I will also just use like a vinegar spray for that. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me for our potty training discussion. Of course, check out our online puppy courses to get started on other things for your puppy. We cover a ton of really important information there. You can really build a bond with your puppy. And otherwise, good luck. And I hope that you have lots of pees and poos outside. Bye.